Hello, hello, hello. So we're going to be looking at day 7's question in our tarot challenge. The question is, what was your most worked deck of 2017? Now for me, it had to be the Rider-Waite. This particular one's the Radiant White Rider, but I have got another copy of like these sort of traditional riders, but this one's really pretty. I like this one. So yeah, the Rider-Waite system. What do I like about Rider-Waite? Well, I think it is best, in my opinion, to start with Rider-Waite when you're learning. Now, I am really pushing forward with my learning of tarot. You know, I've had a deck, which I'll show you in a minute actually, since I was about 18. But, you know, I had the deck, I looked at the pictures and just put it to one side, if I'm honest. But I'm now at a point in my life where I'm really getting to grips with the tarot. Now, I find the Rider-Waite system to be a great starting point for me. You know, and I think for learning tarot, I would really recommend a deck such as the Rider-Waite for newcomers, you know, because, like, let's be honest, like, the images, you know, you can either look intuitively, you know, you can look intuitively at that card and say, what's the guy doing, you know? He sat there looking out, you know, he's sort of weighing things up, you know. It's I find it quite an easy system, you know, when you're trying to learn tarot. But it also has potential for greater learning. For example, something I've been focusing on is paying more attention to the symbolism within the deck, you know, especially the astrological correlations, you know, like here we can see the Emperor corresponds to Aries. Now what I've been trying to do is I've been trying to sort of put 2 and 2 together, and see what the attributes people with typical Aries characteristics have and how that relates to the Emperor, you know. With regard, I had the card out that I was going to talk about next. Bloody can't find it now. Typical. I can never find something when I want it, but yeah, I had it like just there a second ago. Like here we see now here as well with the Hierophant. The symbolism there shows us related to Aries also. You know, so it's things like that. It's looking at the symbolism within the cards too. And it isn't just from a sort of astrological perspective, you know, it's sort of looking at the colours of the cards, you know, like she's got red wings. Why has she got red wings, you know, things like that. So the Rider-Waite can be as simple or a bit more complicated, and I think that's a brilliant thing to have within a deck, you know, and I really like that, you know. When I'm reading for friends, you know, it's the Rider-Waite that I'll pull every time, you know. Although I do want to expand on that a little bit, so I don't want to get stagnant either, you know. So I'm going to be pulling my Aquarian a little bit more to do other readings. But I'm trying to find the Magician. I wanted to talk about the Myriads. I wanted to talk about the Magician. Looking through the astrological symbols for the Magician, really led on to like a day's study for me, and I ended up with books all over my my table in my lounge. You know, I ended up pulling another deck. You know, it was a real fun day. I love to learn, and the Magician prompted it. So I learned that the Magician here, the astrological symbol, is Mercury. And that corresponds to Hermes. Now, I just got an excellent book of mythology for Christmas. Now, it's here. It hasn't got its dust jacket on because I don't want to break it. But it's Mythology by Edith Hamilton. Now, this book has got like the stories of like our popular heroes. So I was looking into Hermes and reading the stories about Hermes in that book. And that really gave me greater understanding as well, you know, because I learned that Hermes is also known as a trickster. You know, he tricked Apollo into, I think he stole Apollo's sheep, and he tricked Apollo into giving him the powers of divination of all the elements, you know, hence why we've got earth, air, water. The other one I can't bloody remember. Earth, air. Bloody hell, I can't remember. It's because I'm filming. Earth, right. Earth, pentacles, cups, water. Swords, air. Wands, fire. It's because I'm on filming and I can't think straight, you know. I get, I'm filming. So anyway, so he got given divination of all the elements, you know. But if I wouldn't have gone ahead and tried to look at sort of symbolism and things like that, I wouldn't have had that little bit of extra knowledge. Do you see what I mean? Now that also sort of brings me on to my very first deck, which is also based on the Rider-Waite, and it's the Mythic Tarot. And again, you know, even looking at the guidebook, you know, this one that goes along with the deck, you know, it really goes into the sort of stories, you know, and gives you a real deep understanding. So it's all sort of like clicking, you know. It's all like, oh, that's why, you know. So yeah, I babbled on, but that's the answer to the question. My most worked deck is the Rider-Waite. Hope you've enjoyed watching. I'm sorry if I've gone on and on and on. And I'm like, oh, I'm having bloody dizzy moments. Speak soon. Bye.